So man down has got three meanings. First of all, man down as opposed to man up. So instead of manning up to this arbitrary notion of what a man should be, we man down and we accept our individuality and not be ashamed of things that fall outside of that traditional stereotype. The second meaning, man down, as in a man is down as in sad. Quite often men are just told and socialised to just suck it up, buttercup, and just crack on and be stoic and strive and keep going. So when we're down, we feel like it's okay to be sad, it's okay to have moments of weakness. You can't just be strong all the time. With every negative emotion, we have to work through that in a healthy way, rather than just pushing it down and telling us, no, that's not manly, we just got to fucking man up, right? The third meaning is rather more serious, as in man down, as in a man, there's a man down, as in he's dead, he's gone. Man down. Rates of male suicide are insanely high. I think in the United States, 75% of suicides are men. And the line in the song is, man down before we get another man down. Charities and stuff are all extremely important. Did a gig a couple of months ago for Mind and Andy's Man Club. And they do amazing work in helping men accept their vulnerability and work through trauma and ways that they've been socialised. But charity is kind of like it's pulling people out of the river, right? And that's important work, but it's probably even more important to stop them falling in the first place. But when charities pop up and charities need to exist, it's very much a symptom of a problem. It's like treating a wound rather than curing the disease. All comes from the way that we raise our children, we raise our men. The reason I'm wearing a white suit, and you'll see in the music video that stuff is being projected onto me, is that when we're born, we're basically a blank slate. When we're being brought up, lots of values and behaviours get projected onto us, and when we're young, we absorb them, because we're still learning. Everything's new, isn't it? And I'm extremely lucky that I was brought up in a household that allowed me to be the individual that I am and didn't expect me to behave in a certain particular version of masculinity, like always sucking up your feelings and never actually adhering to a certain set of behaviours. Oh, you should be interested in sport, and you should be interested in military stuff and guns, and it's a man's job to be strong, or we make the first move, not take no for an answer. I didn't have any of that. When I came home, it was a safe place. Obviously going out into the world and finding that that's not what the rest of the world was like. So it was all very, very strange when people talk to me and say like, oh, that's not manly, that's a bit gay, that's a bit girly what you're doing there. And I was like, well, that's strange because I am a man, I am male, so it's a bit strange. Looking back on this now, it made me realise that there's a lot of men who are out there in the world facing constant pressure to cut out parts of themselves and supplicate their personalities in the real world, and then they come back home and they're faced with those same struggles with the people who are supposed to love and care for them. And the sad thing is that in those situations, those families think they're doing them a favour. They're sending them out into the world with the right tools to, be go-getters and get ahead in life, when actually it's doing more damage than good. And when men are berated for the way they act and are told that it's gay or girly to act in a certain way or look a certain way, the implication, of course, is that girliness and gayness are a bad thing. A lot of this is rooted in misogyny.
Man down, before we get another man down. Let's hear it for our brothers, man down. There's no need to keep it all inside.